today. As a Grammy Award-winning singer, we grew up loving. As a member of Destiny's Child, someone who's a wonderful friend to our show, please welcome Michelle Williams. Welcome back to the show. We love having you.
Thank you. I love being with y'all. I was just saying how y'all have been killing it.
Oh, thank you.
And just praying more success for y'all to come. And you, Miss Thing, on the end, you got a little inner stripper in you. Just
Off camera, I'm telling Loni, I'm like, what if I came out doing this dance?
Okay.
How you been? Everything's good?
Yeah, other than that, all is well. All is well. No complaints.
That is
good.
You're always good to hear. Positive news. Always.
I try to be. It's difficult because I have a little petty in me, but I tried to leave petty back in 2006.
Oh, I heard that.
I just tried to, so yeah.
Well, you also have betting in you because you have just released an amazing new betting and home line called Believe at Home.
It's been something that I've been wanting to do. Destiny's Child, our last album and tour was in 2005, and I knew I wanted to do something outside of music. Yeah. But it's taken a little while to get the dream here, but it's manifested, it's come to pass. And I remember telling people about it, and they really didn't believe in the project. So that's why it took me time and to get the right team that believes in you. And now those people that didn't believe, I actually got to send them some betting.
Don't you love that? That was the petty in you.
That was the petty in me. No, but seriously, do not stop believing. If there is a dream in your heart that you want to do and you feel like you don't have the support or the resources, it's in your heart for a reason. And I'm telling you, whether it takes 1 year or 5 years for it to happen, it's going to happen.
Yes. Oh, is that why you named it Believe?
Because I named it Believe because I never stopped believing, and there's a song that I have called Believe in Me.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you have to be selfish sometimes and say, you know, I support you, Jeannie, but I got to believe in myself too.
Where can you get it?
Thank you. It is exclusively sold on eVine. It is a home shopping network. You can get in a lot of trouble it is so fun. So much good food, home electronics, and my line Believe is right there on eVine.
Wow. I heard that. I believe.
Come on, girl.
Believe it.
Yes. Okay, there's something that I want everyone else's opinion on. When you have to make an important decision in your life, do you ever weigh out the pros and cons before you decide?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something many people do when it comes to a major issue in their life or relationship is to make a pro and con list to help them come to terms with their decision. And the reason why I realized how important this was is because the other day I was talking to a girlfriend of mine. So she liked this guy for about a month or two, right? And he finally noticed her and he asked her out, and she was head over heels because she like landed the guy that she really liked. So they started dating. I'd call in. She was super excited about him. And then just last night I called her to ask how the relationship was going. And she was like, oh, I broke up with him. It's over. And I'm like, wait, what happened? Yeah, because I thought you were really excited. And she goes, you know what? I realized I thought I was into him because I was building him up to be this guy that I thought he was, but he really wasn't all that. And I said, well, how did you realize that? She said, I made a pros and cons list about him.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, show it to me. So I have the list, okay, you guys?
Oh,
let me read you something.
Okay. Is he going to know that this is about him?
Is this the... I got a lot of friends. You're going to have to guess which one I'm talking about. Okay, so on the reasons that I should break up with him side, it's things like, I don't see a future for us.
Okay.
Other guys talk to me more and care more about my life and career than he does.
Oh, that's,
right?
Break up with him, too.
We don't have any of the same interests. I'm tired of giving him more chances and nothing's changing.
Oh, that's a
And he makes no effort at all.
Did she print this or did you print this?
She texted it to me and I printed it.
All this within a month of dating?
Right. Just a month and maybe a little less than a month.
What are the reasons to stay, though?
The reasons to stay with him is I like the idea of having a boyfriend.
That already is terrible.
Yeah. Right.
That's
He's a
on
good
the con
kisser.
list, actually.
But isn't it true, though? A lot of women stay with somebody just because they like the idea of having somebody.
Right. At least she owned that. They call it, you know, rather having I can't have all of you, so I'll take a piece of you.
Exactly, yes. And then he smelled good and he was a good kisser. This is where I should bring in that this girl is 15 years old.
Oh, girl, we gotta be talking about Barbie dolls.
Right? No, actually, I was stunned.
So
right, because when I looked at that list of reasons I should break up with him, I was like, those are the problems that grown women today don't realize in the relationships they're in now.
You're talking right, actually.
Yeah, she's
and I
very
feel
smart.
like if you don't see a future with somebody, don't waste time.
Yes.
Let them be somebody else's future. If there's a, there's a saying that says, if I'm not in your future, take your hands off me because your hands is on somebody else's future. I'm someone else's future. And if you don't see that in me, let me be somebody else's blessing.
Right. And the fact that she realized this at such a young age, she has great parents.
Okay.
I would have to say, right?
First of all, I do it for a lot of things other than just a relationship. Like, I've made a list for this show.
Shocked me. I want to know.
The pro is I love working on the show and getting paid. The con is I got to work with these 3 heifers. Not you.
Said 3. You'd be number 4.
Thank you.
Another
I'm
pro.
used to being the new one in the group. Go ahead. It takes time. It takes time to gel with each other. I'll become a heifer to you one day. I don't know.
One day, you haven't graduated to heiferism yet.
I like it. I love it.
But that's just an example. I think that it's always good to make pros and cons. I guess maybe if you're talking about relationships, should you do a pros and cons and tell the person why? That's the question.
Okay, so I know someone, the husband and wife, they actually do a progress report on each other.
I love that.
Oh.
So I guess every anniversary, you will do a progress report.
Like a job review.
Yeah, like a job review.
How are you doing?
How are you doing? Have you improved in this area that I had a problem with you in the past?
I love this.
You know, so y'all tell me how it works out for you.
This is very progressive.
So let's see. Let's start with you, Tam. What would be your progress report for Adam?
Let me see. We've actually talked about it on the show. He's doing, you guys, guess what? Ever since Loni's Love Court, guess who's been cleaning more?
Wait, are you saying the pile that's on the side of his bed is gone?
It's not gone. But it's most improved. Little steps, like he's sweeping a little bit more.
that's
and
good.
he's taking the stuff out of the dishwasher so that once I clean the dishes, I can just put them in there. I don't have to take my...
You know what? That's almost
huge, right?
that. I would divorce somebody because of that. I'm just playing.
You know what else is really great? When you talk about, I really appreciate these things you've done. I want you to know that these small things that you do don't go unnoticed.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Okay.
that's super encouraging.
Now, one major decision every married couple must make is how they plan to split their bills. However, one recent Madame Noir article asked the question, is it petty if your husband expects you to pay half the rent? The question was raised after a woman on Instagram explained how she used to split the rent with her husband, even though he made more money than her. The woman's mother told her that he sounded more like a roommate than her husband. Isn't that interesting?
Listen,
I wonder how...
This young lady here in the audience, she's got on the black blazer right here.
Yeah.
No, right here. Y'all should have saw her face. It said...
Why?
She is not here for it.
I think the only part that triggered me is not that they're splitting rent, because I think couples should do that, but it's that he's making more than her, and then
he
he's
expects
asking
it.
to do that. But maybe
He want to keep his coins.
right? But I don't know. But for me, I think when you're in a marriage, two become one. So when one is doing better than the other, one kind of handles the weight until that other one catches up, so you guys can seesaw and take the ease off of each other.
Usually, so...
Right?
Yeah.
One person agrees.
Adam and I always...
Lonnie, no. Lonnie, you don't agree?
What?
Lonnie?
How can we
no
be
comment?
equal? What is it? I mean, this is why I'm not married, because I pay my own rent. All right?
It's true.
Yeah, but do you believe
crazy.
Why? Wait, no, explain.
I mean, I don't understand if y'all, just be one. And you should have like an account where y'all put in money. That's what be me. Y'all put in money and then y'all pay
for the
whatever.
bills.
And it should be a percentage of what you make so that it's equal.
Exactly.
Does that mean,
That's
like, every
good.
time we get a check, we pay 15% and we put that towards the household funds.
Right. Or
and now,
maybe he pays the big.
Yeah.
If he's making more money, maybe he could pay a majority and then you pay like some little
utilities.
bills.
Some utilities.
Throughout
Exactly.
Adam and I's marriage, at one point, Adam was making more money than I was. And then at one point of our marriage, I was. And what we would do is we would just adjust. So if Adam started making more money, we would still split the bills, but if he was making more, he would just pay for the children's clothing for the entire year, or he'll pay for the children's schooling for the entire year, and then I would reciprocate that.
Do you think you saved money being married?
Well, if you have kids, no.
Well, yeah, if you're splitting rent, in that case, yeah, you do somewhat save money.
That's a really good question, Loni.
But I get taxed more than all of y'all.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do. We don't get them.
You do actually, yes.
Yeah, so that's where it kind of balances.
It's gonna be my
out.
first time. I've never seen.
Yeah.
Guys,
Oh, you gonna see a difference.
It is?
Not me. Yeah.
Well, I think I'm just gonna stay humble and single and enjoy my own mortgage and car payment.
It is less stress. It is. Yeah, I mean,
But I think this also comes from, if you really, want to be real, this comes from the old thing of the man is supposed to take care of the house.
right.
Yes.
And that's what we're saying, is that, are you traditional or are you a little modern and new age and saying, oh, let's be equal? Because my thing is this: if I'm going to be with a man, he going to take care of me like his woman, and I'm going to take care of him like he my man.
Yes, it goes both ways, in my opinion. And I like the idea of contributing. Maybe I'm old school, but my mom raised me very independent and very much you take care of yourself. My mom raised me different in the sense of you don't let a man take care of you.
Right.
You do for yourself.
Right.
So I get it. I actually had to let up some in letting my husband do for me. Is that you were similar in that way as well. But I feel really great about myself to be able to contribute to my household.
But it
I
just
feel
feels
good about that.
with a man. I have to admit, because if I go out to eat, and when that bill come, I ain't got to do this, and he does it first. It does feel good.
Okay, but how good does it also feel to say, babe, I planned a date night for us, and I've got it all set up, and I take him out? I love that.
That's nice
and
too.
men really appreciate that.
No, it doesn't feel nice.
Because they want to.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, and then let me tell you the other thing
you do
about
it all the
splitting.
time.
Because it feels like you're thinking of him and you appreciate him for, stepping up.
I asked Adam out on a date the other day.
Yeah?
I did, and it felt really, really nice.
Did you take care of everything?
He paid the bill.
Adam don't let
I tried though.
So you
But he insisted that you not pay.
Yes, he insisted.
Well, if you end up breaking up with your man over finances, the question is the best revenge a banging body?
Hell yes.
Now, according to Vanity Fair, revenge body is when you morph your body post-breakup to look super sexy, and it is the latest and greatest trend. And it's not just for ex-boyfriends. Some people use revenge bodies to show up those mean girls who used to make fun of them back in the day, too. So, do you think looking good is the best revenge? Is that really like the saying?
Absolutely.
Yes. Is that the best revenge?
Yes. I think
Absolutely.
looking good and doing good and feeling good is the best, because you never want your ex to feel like he or she has you down in the dumps because it didn't work out.
Right.
I actually, my trainer actually texted me today. I actually am working on a revenge body. I'm going to say that I am. I'm going to keep it real, and I'm going to be off the chain. And it's to also the body shamers who always say, you need to eat. You need to do this. You need to. But I do know I can plump it up a little bit. I can, plump it up. But I just think seriously. Well, stop being petty, okay?
She's saying that to herself.
To myself. But seriously, looking good and feeling good. It's something about that glow on you that's saying, I'm moving on without you. You did not hurt me that bad to where.
And it is like the saying, happy girls, in my opinion, are the prettiest girls. The best revenge is being happy.
Yes.
And genuinely being happy.
With the six-pack.
And it's a crazy thing. No matter what, you end up finishing strong for yourself, and it can become a lifestyle.
That's awesome.
Make sure, in all of this, though, make sure you are doing this for yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And not for him, because that's what truly matters.
Exactly.